Hi boys and girls, auntie and uncle, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is CK and my channel is Ecology. And today, look at this. Today I'm in Sydney, here in Australia. I miss Sydney so much. It is the last city I saw before the lockdown, and finally I waited for 3 years just to come back. Sydney is my favorite city in the whole world. And here is where they call the Blues Point, and it's a very secret, fantastic viewing point here. No tourists here, only the local would know this spot. It has a spectacular view of the iconic bridge and the Opera House. And there's a little bit of construction going on, but usually it's super quiet with no tourists. And this is my secret spot here in Sydney. To come here, it's very easy. You just take the ferry from Circular Quay, and the ferry is F4, and it goes just 10 minutes across the bay here. It will take you underneath the Harbour Bridge and also take you to Luna Park, and then you reach to McCannon's Point, which is the second stop, and that's how you reach here. Very easy, 10 minutes max by ferry. The ferry runs very frequently, the iconic gold and green ferry, which you must ride when you're here in Sydney. Now, Sydney is one of my favorite cities in the world, the largest city in Australia, one of the oldest cities in Australia, and has produced many notable Australians are from Sydney, including 9 Prime Ministers of Australia, including the first Prime Minister, Edmund Barton, and the current Prime Minister of Australia, Anthony Albanese. They call him Albo, which I think is a very cute name. Now, before I show you all my favorite spots in the city of Sydney, here's a little bit of the history of the city of Sydney.
The first meeting between Aboriginals and British explorers occurred on 29 April 1707 when Lieutenant James Cook landed at Botany Bay. Britain had been sending convicts to its American colonies for most of the 18th century, and the loss of these colonies in 1783 was the impetus for the decision to establish a penal colony at Botany Bay. The first fleet of 11 ships under the command of Captain Arthur Phillip arrived in Botany Bay in January 1788. The relative isolation of the Aboriginal population for some 60,000 years meant that they had little resistance to many introduced diseases. An outbreak of smallpox in April 1789 killed about half the population of the Sydney region. The oldest legislative body in Australia, the New South Wales Legislative Council, was created in Sydney in 1825. The population of Sydney and its suburb grew from 95,000 in 1861 to 386,000 in 1891. Governor Lachlan Macquarie's vision for Sydney included the construction of grand public buildings and institutions fit for a colonial capital. When the 6 colonies federated on 1st January 1901, Sydney became the capital of the state of New South Wales. The spread of the bubonic plague in 1900 prompted the new state government to modernize the war. With the outbreak of war in September 1939, Sydney experienced a surge in industrial development to meet the needs of a wartime economy. Unemployment virtually disappeared and women moved into jobs previously male preserves. A post-war immigration and baby boom saw a rapid increase in Sydney's population and the spread of low-density housing in suburbs. The progressive reduction in tariff protection from 1974 began the transformation of Sydney from a manufacturing center focused on the domestic market to a world city. As a progressive city, the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras was first held in 1978. The city has played host to numerous international events, including the 2000 Summer Olympics.
So today I'm in Watson Bay. Watson Bay has got to be the most prominent zip code here in Sydney. It's flanked to the east by the Pacific Ocean and it is the gateway to Sydney Harbour, and you get this spectacular view overlooking downtown Sydney.
Problems. I would never thought that you could be causing these problems. It smells so bright with eyes like these diamonds. Caution. I know I should have known. Right now you're not alone. I don't wanna get in trouble. See where you stand. I don't wanna see you crumble. To recall what we meant. All the words you never said. All the questions in my head. 'Cause you're trouble, yeah. Yeah, you're trouble.
So there you go, that's the legendary red and white Hornsby Lighthouse, built 1858, and guiding all ships coming into this point here towards Sydney Harbour. The walk from Patterson Park only takes about 30 minutes. Very easy, pavement all the way. Lots of wildlife, but there are CCTV cameras everywhere. So this is Australia. Don't do whatever you don't need to do. Don't break the rule because penalties are very hefty here. But the view here are absolutely mind-blowing.
All the questions in my head. 'Cause you're trouble, yeah. Yeah, you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble.
Everybody asks me, CK, which beach in Sydney is your all-time favorite? Well, today I'm gonna reveal to you, because the beach is just right in front of me. It's not Bondi, it's not Manly. Those are just too touristic for me. My favorite beach in Sydney is in an area called Vaucluse, and the name of the beach is ta-da! Milk Beach. It's a small little patch of beach next to a sprawling park called Nielsen Park. It's very, very reclusive, no commercial stuff here, and just look at this spectacular view.
Yeah, you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble. 'Cause you're trouble. Yeah, you're trouble.
We're now at Rose Bay, and this bay is one of the most beautiful bay here in Sydney, overlooking many beautiful boats, and it's one of the most exclusive area here in Sydney. And while you're here, you must visit this restaurant called Boathouse. It's one of my favorites. These guys make spectacular cocktails and mocktail. Some of the most delicious cocktail I had in Sydney is right here at the Boathouse. And I've ordered beautiful prawn cocktail here and my mocktail señorita. And you're overlooking Rose Bay. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. A spectacular place to have brunch. I'm gonna enjoy my tiger prawn with avocado and my drinks here at Boathouse. They have a cafe downstairs also, so you can also visit the cafe if you don't want to have brunch. But here the view is just pretty amazing. The setting is amazing. The ambiance is incredible. It really is as if you are in a boathouse.
Trouble, trouble. Yeah, you're trouble.
So we are at Surrey Hills, and this is Lumiere Cafe. This cafe is the cafe to see and to be seen here in Surrey Hills. And I'm with my new friend Matt. Hi, Matt.
Hi, CK.
Nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
you. Finally, after so many years after COVID.
I'm a big fan.
Thank you. So Matt is from New Zealand. And how long have you lived in Sydney?
I've lived here 12 years. I came over for Mardi Gras 1 year and I didn't go back. I loved it so much.
Tell my audience why they should visit Sydney.
Come to Sydney because there's a lot to do, lots of people to meet, the sun shines a lot, and yeah, there's plenty to do and see.
Yeah, it's a beautiful spring day today. And Matt is part of the organizer for World Pride next year. As I told you in the opening, Sydney Mardi Gras started in 1978. So what do we expect for World Pride after 2 years of Fortress Australia?
I know. So Australia is wide open. We're ready for lots of travellers. We're expecting thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Are you coming?
Of course, that's why I'm
good.
meeting you. I want the free ticket and the
Oh.
special VIP, whatever you throw at me.
Oh, good. You'll get invited. You'll get invited to some amazing stuff. So not only have we got the Mardi Gras parade back on the street after 2 years of being in the stadium, it's back on the street. We've also got the massive parties in the Domain. So the Domain's our big park in the city.
Right.
And we've got big opening, closing ceremony, dance party there, which is a massive circuit party. They'll love you there.
I hope so.
And loads going on. Big human rights conference at Carriage Works, which is by Redfern Station. They've got big First Nations gathering space. They're taking over the Opera House as well. Almost every big gallery and museum we're doing something in.
What is the date?
The dates, it starts 17th of February.
17th February.
Yeah, and it all finishes around the 7th of March. So it's 3 weekends, 2 weeks.
17th February to 7th of March. I'll see you in Sydney. I am absolutely going to book my ticket after this trip. And I can't wait. Thank you for this talk, Matt. I am with my best friend, Brenda.
Hello, everyone.
How long have you been living in Sydney, Brenda?
Almost 7 years now.
7 years, and you like it here?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, I can tell. We are in the neighborhood of Surrey Hill. This is the most trendiest neighborhood, and if you are staying in Sydney, I recommend Surrey Hill. This is a fantastic, beautiful cafe.
A lot of nice food, especially in the night as well.
Yeah, such as this one. So Brenda has brought me here to Addicted Food. And Brenda, you followed their Instagram for
Yes.
quite a while, and finally you're here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Does it live up to your expectation, this place?
Yes, yes. And especially the food.
The entire cup is edible. Look at this pork bao, my god. Pandan dessert, is it?
Pandan coconut polenta.
Coconut polenta, look at this, it's so nice. Oh my god. Cafe, very unpretentious, like a community cafe, not touristic. So this will be the cafe that we recommend you.
Yeah,
Right?
you have to come.
Yeah. The northern shores of Sydney are one of the most beloved areas of Sydney. And today, Brenda and I are doing the Spit Manly Coastal Walk. This whole entire walk is about 10 kilometers. Will take you about 3.5 hours. But look at the spectacular view over the northern shore. You will see some of the most majestic scenery here in Sydney. I'll take you there with me. You ready? So we're at Waterloo. It's also a very fancy area, and this cafe is called Cuppa Flower. And of course, with the name, it's very floral. It actually looks like a wedding place rather than a cafe. Very Instagrammable, very beautiful. And look at what we ordered. Pasta, matcha, and my cappuccino. And look at the chiffon. They've got the Totoro. They've got the Totoro chiffon. Oh, I must try this. And I think this is like a mini crepe. Look at how beautiful this is. Just like the space, and I just like the decoration. So I'm gonna try the pasta really quick. Oh, pasta looks so nice. Wow, this is really, really good. So Sydney is home to many, many artists, and many famous artists make their mark here in Sydney. And today I have an artist friend, Anna! My artist friend, Anna.
Yay.
Anna, you lived in Sydney?
Yes.
How many years now?
I think 8.
8 years in Sydney,
now,
and
yes.
you're from Austria.
I am,
So
yes.
Österreich. And
Wien,
Österreich,
yes.
Wien, Vienna. And Anna is bringing me to the Contemporary Art Festival here in Sydney, happening in spring, and it's every 2 years, you
That's
said.
right, that's right. Every 2 years. So it's a special event.
And
It's going to be exciting.
It's gonna showcase all the best contemporary artists in Sydney and their work. And what about for art lover who comes to Sydney? Where do you recommend they go in Sydney?
Very close to it is the MCA, so it's the Museum of Contemporary Art.
MCA, Museum,
MCA, exactly.
Museum of Contemporary Art near the Opera House.
Exactly, it's
Oh, cool.
exactly. So it's a massive building, you have very interesting art, they exhibit different artists once in a while, and also there's a great cafe upstairs, so have a beautiful view as well.
Okay.
So-
Thanks for the tip, and we're going next to this Contemporary Art Festival. First festival after COVID. Let's go! I'm so excited!
Basically, I'm trying to explore the conventions of painting in these particular works, and here I'm exploring the conventions of drawing. And
So convention of painting, convention of drawing.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this is like the glass on the frame, the glass from the frame.
Ah.
And making that the subject matter, and the paint to be merely the support for the subject, which is the glass from the frame. In this case, it's the canvas board. That's the subject. So I'm sort of inverting the traditional, the construction.
So this is the Contemporary Art Festival here near Redfern at Sydney. What do you think? Incredible.
That's nice, yeah, really liked it.
Very vibrant, very diverse. All the artists, Australian artists, are on show here. So if you have a chance, visit this place and visit all the art places in Sydney, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
You should.
So that was Zephyr Bar, the best rooftop bar, in my opinion, here in Sydney. It's at Hyatt Region, and Zephyr means light breeze in Greek. And I drank a lot, and it was a very nice spring weather. I enjoy bringing you to all my favorite haunts here in Sydney. And remember, never eat fast food here in Sydney, because this is the gourmet capital of the world. All the best chef in the world lives in Sydney. So do go out and enjoy those amazing, incredibly delicious food. Go out on the hikes. Don't just do the normal touristic stuff. I want to thank all my friends here in Sydney, especially Brenda, who brought me everywhere. I want to thank all my friends who let me stay at their place, who have accompanied me here in Sydney. And please, please, please support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com. And if you want to watch more video of Sydney, here you go. You can click it right here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! From Sydney, Australia.